Alright, it's Mercenary Day once again. My name is Rusty, and we are here with some Borderlands, and it's time for some Rush Saves Mercenary Day. And I gotta say, I was kind of surprised by what we got for a DLC. I was going into this thinking it was going to be a not-so-good DLC. Now, this is what you're watching right now is actually me replaying the entire mission, and there's a reason why I would say you want to replay the mission instead of just going through and farming the boss over and over and over again. And while it is worth it to farm the boss over and over and over again to get your legendaries and your shinies and all that kind of fun stuff, there's something that I missed going through the first time, and I wasn't really sure what I was doing or what I was seeing. But this whole story in and of itself I thought was pretty good. If you played any of the previous Borderlands 2 Headhunter packs, this is much like this, and this came out today for everybody for free. So happy Mercenary Day, everybody that's playing Borderlands 4. I think that the entire Borderlands dev team has heard us loud and clear and decided to give us something for free. A little bit of a Christmas gift, if you will. They kind of threw us a bone here. So I went through and replayed this entire thing. It's worth doing a couple times, I think, and you're going to see why here in just a second. I'm going to skip over some of this, and we'll move on to the main part. So the big story is you get these presents, you go to hand them out, they're bogus presents, you have to go and find out who is giving you these bogus presents, and you end up at the Ministry of Culture. The funny part to me is you go inside of a little red wagon to get to the Ministry of Culture. When you're playing this, you want to be on the lookout for 8 Christmas packages, okay? Or Mercenary Day packages, if you want to call them that. You're going to get through here, and it's going to be some mobbing, you know, your basic standard area mobbing stuff. I'm on my Rafa, so I'm just kind of Apophis Lancing everything, and chucking grenades everywhere. And you're going to find there are a total of 8 packages. I'm going to find one of them here for you right now. This is the package right here. You're going to pick it up, you're going to see it float away, and it's just going to go. There's 8 of them. There's 8 different little sections in this game, and 8 different little packages that you want to pick up. And that is going to be a very necessary thing when you get to the end of the mission. You're going to want all 8 of those packages, because it's going to increase your chance for loot. If you remember in the Mercenary Day Headhunter pack in Borderlands 2, we had the train at the end. Well, with this, we get 8 little packages. And there is something that I think needs to be addressed when it comes to doing this mission at the end of it, and we'll get into it here in just a second. Now, of course, we have our big bad here, our boss, Minister Screw. And I thought Minister Screw was, he's rather creepy. He's got some daddy issues for sure. He keeps talking about daddy and how he wants to have daddy here, and he's trying to impress daddy, but daddy is dead. We've already killed him. But my favorite part of the whole thing is that they called his little pet DONK. I thought that was great. I about lost it when I played through the first time. Almost cost me the fight because I was laughing so hard at the fact that his name was DONK. I think that's pretty cool. So DONK is here. You've got Minister Screw. You take out the 2 of them, and you move on to your next room, the final room, right? So it's where the red chest is when you're done with everything. I lucked out here. I ended up getting a legendary. I think it was one of my little, your little hypo kits, your rep kits. Nothing real big. Didn't really see anything big with the rep kit here. But when you move on and you finish the story here inside of Mercenary Day, those 8 packages come into play. Once you're done with the story and you give Rush the picture of him and his father, he's like, hey, happy Mercenary Day. And out come all of the packages that you found. So if you only found 5, you're only going to get 5 packages. I only found 5 the first run through I did. There's a total of 8. Now here's where the problem comes in. You can open these all you want. You're going to go through, you're going to grab the stuff. You have to be really quick, because once I popped open the last package, You're going to see what happened right here. I went to go get stuff, and I want to start looking, and it kicked me back out. I think Gearbox needs to change that a little bit. They need to change how long that takes and make it so that we, you know, the players, can actually look at what's going on when we replay these missions. Now, just so you know, I did run through, and I went and checked, and it's not there if you run back in and check everything else out. But the other cool part thing is we got the vault card. I think the vault card is actually really nice. It's going to be a way for Gearbox to make us do some of these bounties. As you can see, you got to go and do some of the stuff you really don't want to do 30 times in a week. So that's going to be a thing. I'm waiting for the day where one of the things you got to do on a weekly is do the bring back missions. I don't like any of those, but you know they're going to put that in there because the one we got this week, that's the one where you got to go and trace the little boxes and balls and stuff like that. So you got to do 30 trace missions this week. Kind of a pain in the butt. The daily is going to be a fun one too because that's going to be luck of the draw. You might actually be going through and getting just a bunk bounty, and you might not be able to get what you need. Right now I have to get a second Ripper bounty, and I haven't seen a second one, and I've bounced through all the safe houses multiple times. I do like in the vault card you can check out all the different stuff that's in here. So we've got a lot of stuff to go through over the next few days to grind through, and your different, you know, all of your different aesthetics basically. Got a few new guns. I am liking the pistol so far. It is a ranged weapon for sure. Do not try to use that thing up close. The bullets will miss everybody. But overall, it's not bad. You know, it's 30 minutes of content. We can get things rolling pretty quick. I think it's a nice thing to give away for free. I'm wondering what the paid DLC is going to be like, if they're going to be small headhunter packs like this, or if they're going to be a little bit bigger, because they were very worried about what creators and the community thought about what was possibly going to happen with the fact that we still have no endgame. They did announce that we're going to get a takedown in 2026, and we should be getting a vault boss, or not a vault boss, but an invincible by the end of the year, and our pearls are going to start coming through as well. So things are slowly trickling out, but they're not here yet. This is a good start, though. This is definitely some goodwill, and I'm digging it. I want to know your thoughts on this DLC itself, and leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you really want to, and check me out on Twitch. I'm over on Twitch TV. I'll be streaming soon. Talk to you later.